This film is very important. I'll get you in a second, Gary. Because it tells of something for the holidays that in the World War II era, again, that back then they called shell shock, but now it's called
PTSD.
PTSD that soldiers get. Back then it was shell shock, but now Commander Gary Glick, in charge of all the World War II veterans on Long Island, is going to speak quickly on PTSD. Gary Glick, Commander. Always a pleasure, Gary. Always a pleasure.
I want to thank John for this opportunity. The thing is with the post-traumatic stress disorder is not only in soldiers. Unfortunately, it's anything that can happen to a person that's traumatic. And it's something that it's hard to forget about. And especially when I listen to other guys who spoke about PTSD over in soldiers, as they are, because it's kind of funny, they will not talk to others that are not soldiers. And I was lucky, I did not go overseas to war. And it's very scary to listen to their stories, and every time you listen to one of them or two, it's always another one right after that. And it goes back to the guys from Korea, World War II, have never ever gotten over what they see, ever. And as a person, like a common person would not even know that, what would be. And I felt bad. I knew a guy who was in my command, and it's just like this, he was giving a lecture to children, and he was telling about the time, what happened to him during Korea. And all of a sudden, he was ready to tell the kids everything about it, and he just froze. And he couldn't tell the story ever again. And I asked him about it, and he told me what happened was, he felt as, he was lucky that he got home. He was in a tent, and this was during the Korean War, and what happened was a Korean walked into his tent, took a knife, and was ready to stab him. And as he was ready to stab him, he was lucky that he overpowered him, and he killed him. And after that, he kept telling the story over and over and over again. And all of a sudden, like I said, one day he decided that was it. I can't do it anymore. And it's like I said, I've been 10 years listening to these stories. And every time I feel like it's a cringe in my stomach. And saying is, like I said, I was lucky. I spent 2 years and change in the service and never went anywhere overseas. But when I speak to these guys today, after 50, 60 years, it's very hard to listen. That's it.
God bless you. The reason why I bring this up is because sadly this film illustrates how the holidays can bring together two broken, fragile people. And due to the holidays, as the holiday backdrop, it brings them together as one.